Much like water in a pool, obstacles are meant to be churned through. It's something Thomas Stone High School's Clayton Jameson knows well. The sophomore began swimming at the age of 4 and kept at it.
Be a good swimmer, it's not only, I think a lot of it's not just talent, but just hard work, because there's a lot of technique that goes into it. And then just consistent work ethic and just keep trying and trying.
I watched him at practice the first couple days, warm-ups and stuff. I'm like, well, he's not that fast. And then the very first meet, he hops on there and the horn went off and he took off. And I was like, oh my God, this guy's fast.
Like watching a torpedo shot in the water. Mr. Jameson made a name for himself last year as a freshman, placing 11th in the boys' 200-yard freestyle at the state meet. Clayton held 2 school records heading into this year, but the boys' 200-yard medley record fell at Thomas Stone's first meet. Guess who did it?
I looked up at the board right after I finished swimming. I'm like, well, that's a pretty good time. It was better than my time I had last year, but not my best this year. And then they told me when I got it, and I'm like, really? I didn't feel like I did as well as I could have, and hearing that I broke the record felt really good.
A couple of the swimmers on the relay are not as strong as he is, so they may fall behind a little bit. And then when he hops in the pool and it's like, oh my God, he made up all that time, he's a joy to watch.
Clayton and his teammates dealt with another surprise before the season began. Their head coach resigned, forcing Brad Criss, the school's athletic director, and JROTC instructor Douglas Otten into coaching the team. Neither had any experience coaching a swim team. Fortunately, they turned to their assistant coach, who has been a big help.
He's an outstanding swimmer, but more than that, he's a great teacher, teaching some of our younger swimmers some of the ins and outs of the sport.
Even the senior swimmers on our team take his words to heart. He still is my guy to go to for helping with the lineups for each swim meet. I'm actually having fun, and I don't think I would be having fun if it wasn't for the fact of him being able to come and assist and help teach as we go along.
Chalk all that up to Clayton's love of swimming's team aspect.
You don't really swim, honestly, at a swim meet that much. You have fun when you're on deck and just everybody's hanging out, and while you're swimming, everybody's cheering you on and you're cheering others on. It's just the whole environment's nice.
If you see Clayton in the hallway, he's a person that's always helping out others. He's the type of kid that stands out in the hallway at Thomas Stone as a leader among our students.
And people at Thomas Stone do know Clayton. He serves in the school's SGA, is his class's president, and also joined the Envirothon this year. He was also selected for the National Honor Society, which isn't surprising, considering he had a 4.2 grade point average at the end of last school year. Clayton is not happy with last quarter's GPA because he's taking his first advanced placement class.
It was a shock because the workload, I wasn't ready for it, but I think I've grown into it. It's a lot of time management because on top of swim at high school and then swim for my club team, on top of all the homework that I've gotten from that class, I've just never had that before, and I think it's a good experience to get.
His maturity level is a lot more than what most sophomores are at that grade level. He's got a lot on his plate, so he's very driven. He is able to keep his grades up and do all those things.
As for Clayton's goals this year, well, he has quite a few things on his to-do list.
Placing maybe top 8 at states, not only me personally, but getting other people maybe to qualify or do well at regionals or SMAC that's coming up.
I look forward to him holding a lot of our records at Thomas Stone and competing in multiple events at the state level.
And he's got 2 more years of this to be able to work through. Sky's the limit for him.